Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today's card uses some new products from the new catalog, the new in color lineup, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Summer Splash. And it has this fun little belly band, and it opens up to have a gift card on the inside. And also the fun little tag that says just for you. So we are going to learn how to make this gatefold with the belly band right now. So our first thing is to have our card base cut. Now your card base is going to be 10 1/4 long and 5 1/2 inches high. So that means you can't get two cards out of one sheet of your cardstock because you have to have 10 1/4 and then 5 1/2 high. So what you're going to do is put it into your trimmer or your scoring tool, and you're going to first score it 2 1/8, 3 5/8. There's 3 1/2, one more over there. Now technically you could turn this around and do the same thing again. 2 1/8 and 3 5/8. But if you count them across, it's 2 1/8, 3 5/8, 6 5/8, and 8 1/8. I did it right. So if you want to 2 1/8, 3 5/8, you can flip it around and do it that way, or you can just leave it here and go 2 1/8, 3 5/8, 6 5/8, and 8 1/8. Now all these measurements are on my blog, and underneath the YouTube description you'll see visit my blog here. It takes you right over to CindyLeeBDesigns.com, and you can see additional photos and links to my store, which are also under the YouTube description as well. So all of those measurements will be there. So here we go. That is our card base. Now we are going to make our own DSP. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to pull out something to protect our surface, because what we're going to do is use a piece of paper that is 5 1/4 high and 6 1/2, because we're going to make the whole thing, then we're going to cut it into 3 pieces to fit across the card. Okay? Alrighty, so let me just pop this so you can see it here. But what we're going to do is start, I started with kind of the biggest stamp I thought was in the set, and that was the birthday cake. So just get some ink on the birthday cake, and you're just going to randomly stamp. You know, when you say random, it's really trying to make sure that you have it scattered across there, but random always to me is like, where do I place this randomly? Maybe one coming off of here. Okay, so we've got that one. Then I started with the Pretty in Pink, the little flower bouquet. And just put that on. I might just, let me see, sometimes you can come back and put some in. Then I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the peach pie next with the little the little gift bag. It's not really a grocery bag because grocery bags don't usually get decorated with tissue paper, right? Okay, some peach pie. I'm not changing this, but I just used black ink on this, and I wiped it off, but not quite enough. Not quite enough. So really be careful with that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. I don't think I got ink on that. But be very careful to have your, be very careful, see that little bit there. You know, as my one friend said, yeah, Cindy, we know when you make videos, if you make a mistake, you end up going back and fixing it afterwards, which is true. Okay, now I'm going to go to Shy Shamrock. But I'm going to put this Shy Shamrock from my little plant here I think I'm gonna put that there. And I think I need some that's gonna show up here. Okay, and then last but not least, our summer splash. Oh, I could have put something in there, which I'm gonna have to put something in there somehow. See what I say about random is supposed to be easy. Summer splash for the wine bottle. Making sure that I'm not actually stamping on into another image. Water bottle, I mean the wine bottle or Perrier, who knows what that could be. I'm thinking actually, I'm seeing this blank spot here. I think I'm gonna put a piece of the cake up here. So here we go, piece of the cake. And here, I'm thinking the plant should go in here. Okay, so I think I have a nice mixture of colors there. So I'm going to push these out of the way for right now and hope I don't mess anything up. Okay, so now we have this piece here, okay? That is our randomly stamped piece, and we need to cut it into the pieces that are gonna fit on the folds. So we wanna do this in order. One of them, the first one here, is gonna be 1 7/8, 1 7/8. The one in the middle, I do believe is 2 3/4. Let's just double check before I get there. Yep, 2 3/4. So the next piece will be 2 3/4. And if Cindy measured right, the last one is 1 7/8. Yay! Okay, so those are our 3 pieces here. 1, 2, 3. And you know, I did tell my husband that I started to make a video. And if that little monkey ends up, okay, let's fold these the way they're gonna fold. This way and this way, this way and this way. So there is our gatefold. So we're going to use brand new glue. So we'll see how it comes out of here. Okay. And using the glue on this part of the card is gonna give me a little wiggle room, which is nice. And we're gonna put that on our first section here. First section, you have a nice 1/8 inch border the whole way around. And then the middle section, we'll put this 2 3/4. Oh my, that's nice when your glue is brand new. Haha. Then we're gonna put that in that 3-inch section there, just getting the same border on the top, bottom, and the 2 sides. There we go. And then with this section and then this last section that you see on the front. Oh gosh, and you do end up seeing that. You know, nobody can really tell that these are random here. So, you know, I can't stand it. I think I'm going to, if this piece is big enough, no. This is what I'm gonna do, guys, because that's bugging me. I'm going to stamp that again. So you're taking a nice look there at that card, and I just can't, I can't handle that piece of black in there. So let's just really quickly look at this card and try to replicate it. I'm such a goofball. Did you guys all see my post on Monday where I spelled ciao wrong, Italian? I was just so proud of my card. And then I sent it along with my daughter to the baby shower. It's spelled wrong. So then I had to find her friend on Instagram and and say, I can't believe I spelled chow wrong. I was wondering if she noticed it right away whenever she opened the card, and then just thought, I better not tell Sarah that her mom, who they all know me for making cards, didn't pay attention and spelled chow wrong. The funny part was, I actually was like wondering, I wonder how you spell chow. And then I put it into Google and it actually came up that way. So I thought, oh, I spelled it right, but they probably didn't realize. I didn't pay attention. So, hey, I replicated that same one, almost looks the same, and nobody will know about that little mess up there. Oh, only you and 3,000 subscribers or 7,000, I don't know how many subscribers I have. Maybe it's in there up in the thousands. Okay, so we're gonna put that on the last section. See, nobody will even know. So there we go. And it makes me feel better. Okay, so now a new product I wanna show you for the belly band. Okay, one thing I thought was really cool is I used that dotted circles big 3D embossing folder, and what was really fun about this is that I was able to put a whole piece, 8 inches. I have all my pieces off here. I could put a whole inch strip of 1-inch paper the whole way on here, and this is enough to go around the belly band. Of course, I'm covering it here, so it didn't have to go the whole way, but that was nice because I could emboss that belly band. So I was really excited to use this dotted circles embossing folder for that. So I had a strip of that came off when I cut this, and I cut this to 10 inches. And what I am going to do is I'm going to score it at, where did I put that measurement there? I think it was at 2 3/8. I went ahead and made one score line, which I normally don't do because I like my belly bands to be free flowing, but I am going to put at about 2 3/4. I'm going to put one score line. So if you do one score line, then the next one that you fold over, and I'm actually just going to use this one. Then when you go to make that first fold over, you have something to work with. And then you don't want to score this one because sometimes it'll be a little bit too tight or too loose. So I just score that one side, and then it gives me the starting point, and then I can pop over and put that there. And I'm going to use some tear and tape to adhere that, because then I know for sure it's going to be totally okay. So here we go. Okay. Making a video. Here we go. So there we adhere it there, and then we can put the circle on the front, but this now can flow here. Okay, so now when I made this circle for the front, I did use my circle dies. Remember our old layering circles dies? And I do actually prefer the layering circles dies the way that they layered on there, but in case you don't have those, I'm gonna do this card using the Stylish Shapes. So what I'm gonna do is I used the Pretty in Pink with the Petunia, and that gave me a nice contrast. I did try it with some of the greens and blues and the other colors in the peach, but it just really didn't work for me, so I did it this way. So let's just pretend now that we're making our belly band. We'll set this aside. So this will go on here, but before we do that, we have to put this on. Now, once again, I put a little bit of glue on here and some glue here, and then just put a little bit back here, kind of loose, so that I know this is going to get covered. So just go a little bit off of the center of the belly band in the front, and then loosely get that adhered. So here we go. And then fold this over. And remember, this is going to be hidden by that big circle on the front. But you also don't want to adhere it don't want to adhere it flat, because then it'll buckle on you. So you kind of have to do each layer separate. So I'm just going to hold that there for a second. And that's going to be your belly band. Okay, that's going around the back. This is the front because I'm hiding that part. So I'm going to put the glue on the center of it. I almost put that on the circle. So that's where the glue is going to go. And our circle right there, right in the middle. We're going to hold that there. And now I'm going to show you how I made that cute little gift tag here. Now, you saw all those pretty images that are in the attention shoppers, and each one of these is cut out with a die, and I actually didn't even use the dies on this card, but I did make a little pocket. These are called our Pocket Thoughts dies. So it's got a small, this one, the middle size one, fits a gift card, and that's on the inside, and then there's an even bigger one. Probably be really fun for scrapbooking. And so here we go. We're going to make that little, I cut this one out, and I did use, I used the Shy Shamrock instead of on this one was the Summer Splash. So you just literally run it through the die, through your machine, and you have these little flaps there. And so we are just going to use some tear and tape once again for, oh no, I ended up using, yes, I did use that. So you're just gonna put a little bit of tear and tape, and tear and tape fits right in that little space right there. It's a perfect size to go on those tabs, but you don't want it to get any overlay because because you don't want it to close, because you're going to use all of the space on the inside of these flaps. You need every millimeter that you can get for this little tag that I'm going to put on here. So here we go, there, okay. And if you have any bit of, actually my snips are somewhere else, I'll just kind of snip this off. Don't want any bit of that. Okay, so here's our belly band. We're just going to take off the point here. I cannot find my take your pick tool. I think I packed it in a, when I was going somewhere, and I don't know where that actual bag is. Maybe it's still in my van. I don't know. I'm just surprised that I'm actually standing today and not losing my energy there. So thank you. Okay, so we're going to put this little tag, and it's going to kind of offset. It's going to have a little skew to it, so it's not perfect, but we're just going to put that right there, and it pops off of the pinks, the Shy Shamrock. Now we're going to make this tag, and the way I made this cute little tag that's here, it says just for you, and the way I made that is I took our Something Fancy dies. I used the Something Fancy die. I cut it out, and then I just stamped. Before I stamped it, I cut this out, then I stuck this into my trimmer, and I cut it at, I just put it in my trimmer, and I put the one edge at 2 1/4. I put it right at 2 1/4, and I made an edge come off of there, so it made it look like a tag. So just go to about 2 1/4, and that was my tag, and I just stamped using Peach Pie just for you, and then some of the top of the bouquet, just add some more color, then that just goes right in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how I did that, since I didn't do it yet. So we're just going to pull this tag out. We're going to get the just for you. We're going to use our Peach Pie, get some ink on there, and I just did it right there, just for you. And then we needed some pretty little flowers, just the top of the flowers, just to jazz up to add some color there. So there's our tag. And then I just took a hole punch, just a regular old hole punch, and I hole punched in the middle the best I could. I took a little pretty in pink twine, and I took the loose ends through the front and brought them through. You can just use a piece of tape or something to adhere that down. But what I like to do is just really hide it. So I took a little, where did I put it? I guess I could do a 3/4. I just took a little circle punch and I just punched out a circle to give it a nice finished edge on the back. So then I just put some glue on there. There you go. You could use any adhesive there. And then I just glued down that ribbon. So you didn't see that rough edge on the back. Just kind of finishes it off a little bit. I guess that has a little more of a ribbon on it than I thought. Little tag, but I already glued everything down, so that's the way it's going to be. But I guess that one, they're definitely going to see, that is really big. Wonder if I can, yeah, wiggle room, wiggle room. So let's pull this ribbon down a little bit, cut that off, and now finish it off. Hold it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there we go. We have a pretty little tag on the front. There, we've got that. Okay, and then we need to stamp this adorable little thank you. And of course, how many of you have massive amounts of these strips from cutting off making your paper down to 4 by 5 1/4? So I have lots of those strips. So I just used peach pie to do happy birthday right in the middle. We had a big storm here yesterday and blew out part of our electricity in the back part of the house. So we have an electrician here, so if you hear anything going on out there, that's what's going. So then I just made a pennant end on here by cutting up in the middle and then cutting from the side points. Because do you think I could find in any of my dies to fit this? Okay, there we go. And one more there. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to use those edges of my dimensionals. You know how you save all those pages of the dimensionals, that end there. And that's just gonna do a nice popped up color of peach pie to jazz up the front of your card. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put some embellishments on here. So make sure you turn back. Oh, wait, maybe I have them right here. Do I have them here? I don't think I have them on my desk right now. To see how I put the embellishments on. See, that'll give you something to go over to my blog to see. Okay, so there's our belly band. Now we just need to get the inside here, the inside pocket done. That's your middle pocket here. Boom. See how easy these are to fold. And I used, you can use cardstock, but I actually used the, and this one I'm just going to put a little bead of glue because my glue is new and it is free flowing. So I just want to make sure though I don't get very generous with it because it could ooze out. Okay, now we're going to put that right in the middle of the card. And that's where your gift card is going to go. And I went ahead and kept with the theme of the stylish shapes. And I put that in the middle. And I used peach pie again to pop off that green. Treat yourself. And then you just take a gift card and you pop it right in there. Is that so cute? And then you just close up your little card and put your belly band on here. Now this is the belly band with the stitched shapes. So there we go. And like I said, I think a couple random in color embellishments are needed, so those will be in the photos of the card on my blog. So there you go, a sweet little gift card holder using the new Pocket Thoughts dies with those 3 different pockets that you can do, and using our dotted circles for the belly band. Great. And this attention shoppers, I love all these things. I haven't even used this yet. I have a couple more treats using that shopping cart. I love this this attention shoppers bundle. And I also used, these papers come from our in color packs for the new in colors. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call at 724-323-2296. You can also text me there a picture if you make this card with another stamp set. I love having other ideas along the way as well. Remember, you can now sign up for the July 2024 Busy Bee Bag. It's a kit that I have for $40. You get 8 card kits with the envelopes, and I design 4 different cards, and you get 2 of each design, and I include $20 to $25 worth of product. This could be DSP, designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, maybe some tools. I've put Stampin' Dimensionals, I put masking paper in there, I've put the adhesive sheets in there. So whatever really works and I use on the card and I think is a great asset to your stamping toolbox, I put in there, but you're guaranteed to get $20 to $25 worth of product plus 8 card kits. And you can use these ideas with stamps that you have, or you can add on. And this month for July, I'm using the new online exclusive stamp sets, Everyday Greetings, along with the Season of Greetings dies. So make sure you try out that Busy Bee Bag. I think it's a really fun way to just have a video and written instructions and sit down and do these together. Maybe have a friend order as well with you, and you guys can get together and have a craft date, and I'll be right behind you in the video. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.